Hey, how you doing? I was gonna slide in here on the floor, but our floor doesn't slide. So let me just quickly... How you doing? So you may be wondering why I'm on the floor for this video. Well, this video is kind of about the floor. You see, the floor I'm lying on is real dirty. And I kind of just mopped here, so I don't know why it's so dirty. No, I do know why. You see, my house is what you call a crap house. Our house is like over 100 years old. It started off as this little tiny farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Most houses are way nicer than mine. In fact, most of the houses in the game Fallout are nicer than mine. Yeah, it's not a very high bar. Cardboard boxes homeless people live in are nicer than my house. The dumpster behind the butcher shop is nicer than our house. The medical waste basket at the hospital is nicer than our house. And more cleaner too. What I'm saying is our house is dirty. And it's just like that because it's old. And old things are always dirty. Just ask my grandpa. So I did the one thing that was smart enough, that probably the biggest brain thing ever. I bought the cheapest Roomba money could buy. This here is BOOMBA. He was an ex-Roomba. Now, the reason why I say ex-Roomba is because when we put him on the floor to clean, he tried to kill himself. More than once. So we needed something a bit more heavier duty. So then I had a better idea. Instead of buying a cheap $20 Roomba from Five Below, I bought this Claymore from Five Below. Now then I had another problem. I don't know how to use a Claymore. So then I was fucked. Then I had the brilliant idea of putting Claymore on Roomba. And that's how BOOMBA was born. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which by the way I will be leaving soon because I'm not going to be on a website called X. You might probably already seen a video and picture of this thing. That's because, yeah, I did this like December for fun. I didn't make a video about it or anything like that. I literally duct taped the detonator to the front of the Roomba. And that was it. This Roomba is a very special Roomba for the fact that it doesn't have any clean pattern. It kind of just does things randomly. And I decided it didn't want to be in this video. So what gave me this idea? Is it some sort of crazy ass plan made by a madman? Probably, yeah, it was like a Reddit meme or something like that. You probably already know the meme, I don't need to say it. Fucking the backyard scientist did a better video of a BOOMBA than me. We're gonna make a cheap one, just like my house and myself. Because everything in life is cheap enough to buy at Five Below, apparently. So why am I doing this project again? I kind of already did it with the fucking Twitter thing. It's as easy as maybe duct taping the controller, just carefully setting the the Claymore on top. Well, I made this game. I don't think you've ever heard of it. It's called Monopoly. Except I didn't make it, I doctored it like a delicious barbecue sauce. So, I doctored Monopoly. And by doctored, I mean basically cut out all of its organs and replaced it with nonsense. I call it Coyotopoly. It's a game that I made that's incredibly sadistic and unhinged. Let me read you some of the cards. So it's basically like Mario Party, except I got rid of all the fun. Instead of the normal community cards where you draw something and it gives you money or you gotta pay someone else money or some shit like that, it's cards that make you do awful things, like this card. Gone. Cut a property space out of the board again. It's gone. Forever. Then burn this card. Or maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you would much rather pull a card that gives you money. Like this one. Or RX3. You guess where this is going, huh? You gotta sing the entirety of the Raw X3 song. You know, the Raw or... It haunts me in my dreams. Jumped by femboy foxes has happened to me several times. Soup. You gotta name like 5 types of soup. If you don't, you gotta make me soup. All the cards made to benefit me, cause when I'm God, I'm sadistic and narcissistic. I basically decided that Monopoly wasn't sadistic enough, and it's already a pretty sadistic and horrible game to play to make your whole family hate each other. I wanted to make that go way up, but we're not going to be talking about that game anymore. The reason why I'm doing the BOOMBA is because, well, I made a game out of BOOMBA.
You may be wondering, what is this magical game you're talking about that involves a Claymore Roomba? Well, it's like Russian roulette, except it's not Russian roulette. It involves a Roomba with a Claymore on it. I've explained it thousands of times! Basically, you and your friends sit in a circle around the BOOMBA. And the BOOMBA, because, you know, its brains are dumb, it will move in random directions. So it will know the trigger on the front of it will go off and hit something, and that person sitting in front of the BOOMBA will explode and die. The way with the Roomba works is simple. It's just a radio controller that's on one channel that activates an electric, current to activate the motor and let it turn. We don't need that radio channel anymore. That radio, like, fucking capacitor and channel, that's fucking trash. Throw it away! Now, we don't need the batteries that came with the Claymore anymore. We can throw those away too, because I'm going to use these batteries right here, the fucking little battery pack thing. I don't even know what they're called. Don't quiz me on this. We're just going to hook them directly up to the motor. There's really no fuses, no nothing. So if you want to do this at home, feel free to. I don't give a shit. Alright, so I literally just reused the male and female plugs that, came with the original battery. That way I wouldn't have to have it be plugged in all the time and have it add a constant fear of detonating in my face and killing me. As RC stuff normally does. But these stupid little radio controllers keep getting in my way. I gotta get rid of them once and for all.
Well, that was unhinged. You may be wondering, Coyote, why throw away 2 perfectly good radio relays? Well, I don't really have a lot of use for a single channel relay, because, they only activate one fucking, they only activate one item and only one item, which was the motor. And the only other use I can possibly imagine a single channel relay is, well, honestly, a bomb, and I enjoy not being on the blacklist. Well, more prominently. BOOMBA. What you gotta do now is simple. We gotta just attach Claymore to BOOMBA. So there's a small problem with BOOMBA. Mainly the problem with the Claymore. Claymore's strong. Too strong for BOOMBA. So let me show you how BOOMBA would be set up. BOOMBA, the way you set up a BOOMBA is simple. You gotta face this way towards the full. You put the Claymore towards your full. You put battery pack behind the Claymore. And then you attach detonator to front. But there's one teensy little problem here. You see, when BOOMBA activates, BOOMBA's Claymore flies backwards. Now, I could just screw it in statically, but that would break BOOMBA, and BOOMBA doesn't deserve to get broken. Not again, not after what I put him through. So I was thinking to just put BOOMBA bomb on a hinge. That way, it can fly backwards without damaging BOOMBA.
So how did I make the hinge? Well, I repurposed the Claymore's old stand, drilled some holes in the bottom of the feet for it can pivot, just cut off some aluminum channel and drill holes into the side of that where I can run a bolt through that, and the hole in the bottom of the feet, you see where I'm going here? Now it's a hinge. I just drill those bitches directly onto the Roomba, boomba, boomba, boom, and then boom, ba. Saying these words makes me crazy.
Okay, we literally have one last thing to do before this thing is finished. And that's definitely the easiest thing ever. It's... Okay, hold on. It's taking the front. I should turn that off. It's taking the detonator and putting it right here. I can do it right now, but I'm not going to. Actually, you know what? Does this look like a face of a guy who hasn't slept for 2 nights because he's been putting a fucking airsoft Claymore on a Roomba? Because it's not. It is. Now, the last thing we have to do is literally, you know, attaching the detonator to the front of the Roomba, which should be the easiest thing ever. Like, actually easier than buying the Roomba, because I had to go to Five Below. Five Below is like... crazy. Zoom out! There we go, that's better. Now, I can do that right now, but... I'm not going to. That's a problem for future me. So I'll see you at 1 AM tomorrow. Alright, so I literally just zip tied it on. It's tomorrow now. It's actually the next day. Next. Yeah. Literally nothing else. I just... What else do you want from me? I zip tied it on. So, it's really, I did this as simple as humanly possible without buying anything new for it. I think they just basically screwed the Claymore onto the Roomba, then zip tied the detonator on. You can do this at home. It's not unsafe. So the Claymore Roomba's done being built now. You want to see it work? No, I said you would be helping me with it.
Let me button up my shirt. Will this hurt? What did you put in it? You filming it right now? What's in it? Answer me. It's too heavy, maybe.
Did I cough up one of the circuits in it? Then I'll just do this.
Ah! Oops, unaccounted for. One of them almost hit me in the eye.
Alright, thank you. You can get downstairs now.
Now, what would be one of my videos if it didn't break as soon as I finished fucking building it? Just like the toaster gun and everything else I make. I accidentally drilled out one of the little contacts for the motor that moves the Roomba, but all I had to do was just solder it back in real quick and it worked fine. Yeah, that's it.
I fixed it. This is fixed. This is fixed. I hope this doesn't catch on fire.
Okay, what else do you want from me? It's a airsoft Claymore I filled with Nerf darts I stole from the neighbor's kids. It's not going to be that spectacular unless I filled it up with nails and stuff, and unfortunately, I just ran out of rusty nails. Quickly, come here.
We're making a video. So what you doing? I brought you Tupperware.
Come on, we're going.
Glad I turned my car lights off. What do you think of that? Oh, I forgot that was happening. It's beautiful. I'm glad it's happening. Right
what
now.
Are you waiting for it? Turn it on.
How do I do that?
Push that button right there.
Which one?
You know, the silverish one.
The
The one at the end of the triangle.
end of that one?
Yeah, that one.
Why did you do this to me? No! Oh, why is the trigger so hard to push? Why is this what you brought me in for? No! And we're all good. I'm alive.
That's all. Thank you.
Are you tired of criminals breaking into your house, stealing your food, and leaving a mess all over the place? Well, don't worry anymore. With our brand new project from the inventors of Toaster Gun, the Claymore Roomba. With their patented Claymore technology that sits on top of the Roomba elegantly and sophisticatedly, it blows away anyone who tries to steal your food again. Not only does it take care of those nasty enemies trespassing in your lovely home, but it also takes care of the enemies that we always have lurking underneath our home. You know the ones. Dust. It cleans up crisply, efficiently, and cleanly. Kind of. I mean, it's even easy to work around. You should buy it. Now! The Claymore Roomba is as easy to use as a modern-day toaster. Just turn on the button. And as a benefit, it even keeps pets off the couch and off of other furniture at any time you want. Now what are you waiting for? Come pick up your new Claymore Roomba today. Call this number on the screen. Buy it now and we'll throw in 2 Taser toothbrushes for free. I repeat, 2 Taser toothbrushes for free. You don't have to give us money, we just want it out of here.